about 10 seconds, we'll be live. And we are live.
Hello, Internet people.
All right. And leave that. That sideways. Get that where I need it. All right. And then I do the intro. 1 second. Yo, what up? What it doing today with your favorite Hotbox crew? As always, I'm your host Dre, and family, goals, and careers is what we're talking about today. With me today, I have my boy John.
Yeah, what up?
Really good old friend and coworker. But figured today we would actually go back and instead of pulling, I mean, honestly, we'll talk about whatever comes up in the chat, but for the most part, I just wanted to talk to, because I have you on here, I've been wanting to talk to you more or less about, like, careers and goals and pursuing what you love and your passions and pretty much just kicking until you get there. But
you just never stop. You figure that one thing you want to do and just kind of keep going at it. Even when it kind of sucks and you want to, like, stop, like, you just got to realize, is this what I want to do? And you just keep pushing forward because behind all of it, that's what you really want to do.
oh yeah, nothing good comes without a little hard work, and passion is a big part of it. So I guess let's just start back from the beginning. First off, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I know that just passed. It's Saturday, November 29th, but we just had our Thanksgiving today, and we had a lot of family over, also a couple of friends. It was really nice.
Hope you all got to eat a lot of delicious food.
There was so much food, bro. So much food. And we packed this place. We had her family, my family. We had some friends, like Nina and Caden came over, and
Nice.
it was just packed. Holy shit! Shout out to my buddy Matt who sold this to me, but lemon berry candy OG. I got an ounce of this. This stuff smells gas.
Ooh, please put that inside of me.
That's crazy. But yeah, the house was filled out. It was a nice day. We had an awesome Thanksgiving.
Aw.
I got to give Daisha her first Thanksgiving. She got in her little green outfit. She was all dolled up. It was beautiful. It was a wonderful day. What's Thanksgiving like at your house though?
Thanksgiving was kind of low-key at my place. It's pretty much just me, my mom, and my grandparents, tight-knit family, so we just kind of, most years we just kind of sit around the living room, we fill our plates with everything, we got the stuffing, we got the turkey, but we don't have like an actual dinner most years. We just kind of sit around, watch a movie or something, just kind of be together in the moment,
I love that.
This year's a little different, we actually did sit down at the table because, we haven't done it in so long, so fuck it, might as well.
Taking it back to the old roots.
But it's just nice to kind of unwind and just not think of life or anything. You just kind of sit there and you just think about nothing but that food coma you're about to be in.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Before me and Chelsea really got serious and married, and even before we got married, it took years for us to get our moms together, and not because they don't like each other. They actually love each other. It's just trying to find the time. Their schedules are almost opposite, and then trying to find free time in all of our lives is it's near impossible. If it weren't for holidays, I'm pretty sure we'd all pretty much never see each other.
Exactly. Like, I come from a family, like, the bigger majority of my family, like, we'd never see each other except for, like, maybe once a year on a holiday and then funerals. And, like, ugh. It's like, I never really got to know my family like that through that. So it's like, being around just people I love. That's all that matters, and that's what makes that's why I love Thanksgiving this year and every year for that matter.
Yeah, it definitely brings the family together, and new families, and like in my case, giving someone their first Thanksgiving and showing them their whole family. She got so tuckered out.
I know everything this year is it's gonna be a first for you. It's like
I
you
know.
give her first Halloween, you're giving her first Thanksgiving.
First Christmas is coming.
Oh, first Christmas is gonna be a big one.
Yeah, we're taking her to Bronner's. You ever been there?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
My
yeah,
grandparents on my dad's side are from Frankenmuth, so yeah, we do the Bronner's thing every year.
Same. We used to do it every year. The only reason we stopped was because Grandma and Grandpa got sick and then passed away, and then finding time with the family. But we used to do it every single year. It was a tradition. Our tradition was we would get in the car because we knew it was like a 6-hour drive or some shit, or the way we planned it, it was like 6 hours. We'd get in the car, we'd start driving, and we'd end up, Grandpa'd be driving, Grandma in passenger, me and Mom in the backseat of the van hanging out. Any other family member that really came with, and we would end up going to, what was it? Junction Valley. It's a little railroad thing. Like, it's like they built their own railroad track, and then you get in these little railroad cars, and it's like a Halloween spook thing.
Oh wait, I think I've been to do they do Christmas stuff too?
I think so.
I want to say I've been to that for a Christmas thing before.
We would go to the Halloween one where they would have like little scenes and stuff set up, and you're literally a whole bunch of people, like you and like 80 other people on these little cars, and you're sitting on these little train carts that don't have any, like, you're just sitting on these little boxes that are on the train path, and you're looking at all these scenes and people acting out, running around with chainsaws, scaring you and shit. And it was super cool because it was like all these people dressed up. They used to have this tiny little ambulance mobile that one guy would fit in. It was just big enough for him. It was like a little go-kart, but it looked like a tiny ambulance, and he would ride all around and end up at all the scenes where people are getting hacked in half and shit. And it was super cool, but we would go to Junction Valley, ride the Junction Valley Railroad thing, and then we would go to Bronner's and walk through the store, get hot cocoa, check out that giant-ass fucking mall of a Halloween store. And then we would hit, what is it called? Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel?
We would hit Cracker Barrel on the way home. And that would be like dinner. And we would hit dinner. Or it was either that and then we'd go to Bronner's, or it was Bronner's and then on our way home we would hit Cracker Barrel. But it was one or the other. And then, actually I think it might have been Cracker Barrel first, that we didn't want to eat at the restaurant that's inside Bronner's because that thing is expensive as hell.
I don't think we ever ate at the restaurant in there. I just remember it being very expensive.
Everything is super expensive. I'm surprised Mr. Beast hasn't done something in there. Probably lose half his bank account trying to buy everything in that store.
Give it time. It's gonna happen. He's gonna do a video.
Right. But so yeah, I mean that was one of our traditions. We would literally head up there and go to the Junction Valley Railroad and see some creepy shit, then go to the Bronner's. And so I can't wait to take Daisha to Bronner's and show her all the Christmas lights and let her just ogle at them all day. We're going to go pick out a tree, so it'll be our first tree and our first family tree.
Aw.
Yeah, man, it's been really nice.
It sounds just so heartwarming because it's like, you've done this year after year, but doing it through the eyes of a child experiencing it through the first time, it's like, wow, this is just a whole new sort of new for me.
Yeah, my mom used to always say without your kids, you really can't understand. You don't get to really see your childhood or see what you missed, or you live your life through your kids. You get to relive your childhood through watching them blossom and enjoy it for the first time and experience it all with their imagination. And I thought I never really got it as a kid. And now that I'm a dad, and I mean, as I grew up, I didn't even have to be a dad to really get it. I started to get it once I got older and realized, fuck, man, I'm getting older and time ain't stopping. And I didn't die like I thought I was going to die at 90 of those parties I went to. So,
you all been through that mindset at some point where it's just die young, leave a pretty corpse or whatever. But then at some point you realized, there is way too much more to life than just stop it right there. It's the feeling of getting old sucks, but I mean, you're supposed to let it be part of it. You can still have all these new experiences and stuff that you would have had when you were young.
Oh, for sure.
There's literally nothing stopping me at 28 years old right now from going out and learning to go parasailing or something right now. Like,
Oh yeah, nothing. I mean, honestly, uh, that's what's awesome about growing up is you just through the eyes of your own imagination, you figure out what you really want to do, or even even growing up and seeing other people talk about like what they were gonna do and how cool of an experience it is, then you start to look into it. Like I never gave a shit about. I never really gave a shit about strains or anything. Like I loved weed, and I didn't even know as a kid who just loved weed. Never knew that there were like different strains, how you can combine them, how you can actually grow them, the real natural ones away from the ones that have all been hybrided out. And
Mhm.
then as I started to actually give a fuck, I started to research into it and be like, dude, this is a whole world. Like I understand why people say they've spent their life on this shit. And so,
Like, I kind of been through the same thing when I was playing drums. Like, when I was young, it just seemed as simple as like, oh, hey, I get this drum kit, and then I hit it, and I make noise and stuff, and then you get older and you just like start seeing all the other aspects of this thing that you like. It's like now I worry about snare tones so much to the point where it is like actually crippling sometimes to like if I'm doing a show or something and like somewhere near the middle my snare just like kind of just does something and starts sounding bad, I actually have a freak out panic attack.
actually, I just met a drummer at we went to the venue here,
Okay.
and at the venue they had Peter Dante and a couple other bands there. Actually, I got the signatures from all of them, but Peter Dante, which is Dante from fucking Grandma's Boy. I went there to get my Grandma's Boy copy or like my movie signed by him,
Mm-hmm.
and I also bought a signed picture like of like one of my favorite scenes, which is at the house party, and he put "I'll smoke it with you, bro," and it said "Love Dre" or whatever, and it's just great to be able to add that kind of stuff to my collection. But at the venue, I met this guy who was a drummer who said that he had gotten brain injury to the point to where he basically like blacked out and wasn't really conscious, and then one day like snapped back to consciousness and had to reteach himself how to drum, and he retaught himself how to drum through binary code, so like ones and zeros and shit. And now he teaches how to drum, and he's so obsessed over it when he hears people drum or he watches them, he like wants to help them with their style so much so that when he sees them drum, he's like, please let me just talk to you a bit about like how you drum or how you do your technique. I just want to see if I can help you. And he does it so much so that he feels like he needs to do it. Like he's Dr. House about it. Like I need to talk to you because I feel like this is gonna save you.
That gives me a little bit of anxiety if I ever have to play in front of him.
I
Like,
understand, but he's a really cool dude. Like
not
super awesome drummer, and we got to watch him and fucking killer drummer. But I'm like,
well,
I have a buddy. I even told him I'm like, I have a buddy I'd love for you to meet. And I was talking about you.
so considering the fact that he learned through binary, I only kind of
He-
understand what that kind of would mean.
Oh, he's able
but
to teach you. Like he said that he teaches special needs kids also how to drum, and he teaches them through like he said he taught this one kid through like smiley faces and stars, like stickers, and how to what note to hit and when to hit it and stuff through that kind of stuff. And
Okay.
so he can break it down to you any way you want. He feels like he
Okay.
needs to help people who drum to become better drummers, and I love that.
Okay.
And listening to him talk, dude, it's like, damn, you really did go through it just to become this inspirational ass drummer. But
Sounds like an interesting guy to talk about or talk with.
oh yeah, me and my brother Josh talked with him for like 2 hours almost. And but yeah, I mean, somebody who like when you love something so much, he loved drumming so much that he retaught himself and did whatever it took and sat on that drum. He said he fucking tore the muscles in his calf from like playing for so long because he said he would spend. He said he were talking like 2-3 months into my recovery where I just like kind of came back. He's like, and I couldn't really drum, so I'm trying to drum and I'm trying to do my thing. And he said, I'm sitting there, and my wife's trying to tell me, come on, hon. He's like, no, I got to get this right. He's like, I've been sitting there 9-10 hours and just doing the same shit. And he was showing me some of his stuff where he was practicing and what he was doing. Fucking crazy, man. Like, and I'm like, you would just beat like that for fucking hours, and dude, these guys just moving, and we're talking. He says, yeah, hours. He's like, I would just do that for hours until I felt like I got it right.
Like that's inspirational because like, I mean, one of my favorite examples is like Tony Iommi, the guitar player from Black Sabbath. Before he was in Black Sabbath, or like maybe it was the early career of Black Sabbath, he was working at a sheet metal factory, and he had the tips of his fingers cut off, and makes that very hard to play guitar without your fingers. So
Right.
instead of just like, accepting, yeah, I can't play guitar anymore, he got like little pieces of putty and like put them at the ends of his fingers to kind of give him that extra room. Then he tuned down his guitar so that it was a little bit less pressure on his fingers, and then like at the same time it made the notes like a little bit like deeper and like chuggier, and like this is like late 60s early 70s. Yeah,
You're
sorry.
good.
But like, he had to like figure out a new way how to play guitar after losing the tips of his fingers. And
Is he the dude that put the thimble on it?
yeah,
That's him? The
Yeah.
Buckethead?
yeah, no, not Buckethead.
No, not Buckethead? Okay.
No, this is the guitar player from Black Sabbath.
Okay.
Ozzy's first band.
Gotcha.
But like, because of that, figuring out how to make, continue doing the thing he wanted to do, man invented heavy metal. Because of him trying to figure out how to work around losing the tip of his fingers, now we have like Lorna Shore and like
Really?
all those like fucking Whitechapel too.
That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. Is that perfect? Is that better? My mom said that volume is a little low tonight. All right, I kind of put it down so it would kind of hear us. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure it was doing a little better.
All right.
I honestly have been wanting to have you on since like we used to talk about this at work, where I was like, yeah, as soon as I get the podcast going, I gotta have you on, and
Man, you've been
if
talking
possible.
about this. We've been talking about this for so long.
I
It's
know.
finally happening.
Tell me about it, man. I've been so fucking overjoyed. And I feel so bad when I come on late like this, but I mean, again, not your fault at all. I mean, I had fucking Thanksgiving going on upstairs. I'm actually kind of glad because had you have been here, you'd have just watched me run around taking care of stuff for 30, 40 minutes. But it's going great, man. Like, honestly, every time I do this, I feel a little bit better. I feel... Yo, what's up, Riley?
Riley?
Yep, there he goes.
Oh, what up, man?
Rilo's up in here, bro. But, bro, I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I wanted to talk to you specifically because I still have your name tag in my locker, along with all the other people that have been fired, basically. I made a little wall, but you're in there, and anybody that talks about, like... Anybody that talks about, like, their dream, their passion, and what they're going to do, I'm like, hey, man, keep at it, because I said, we had a boy here. Riley's like, John boy.
Riley, I miss you so much, buddy.
Oh yeah, we all miss you, bro. It's been crazy.
I don't miss the place, but dear God, I miss all of you guys so fucking much.
I know, right? That's what's so hard. Joe was on here on the last stream, and he was like, bro, he's like, honestly, he said, I miss the boys so much. Yeah, it was such a good fucking crew. But yeah, I told all the people that talk about their dreams and passions, I'm like, we had a guy that worked here that did do that. I said he wanted to be in a band and he wanted to drum and that's what he wanted to do with his life, and he went and fucking did it. And so I said, just don't stop. Just keep doing what you're doing. If it's what you want, you're going to get there.
It's definitely, I'm never going to stop at it. Like, last couple of months have been kind of rough, just with like everything being way more fucking expensive than it was.
No shit.
It's been rough. I ended up having to take a break from the band, at least. I'm doing it until the end of the year, but I mean, it's one of those, like, as much as I love doing it, I still have to, like, take care of myself and my basic needs.
Oh yeah, self-care is number one.
Exactly. So I've been taking this time mostly just to kind of, figure my shit out, I've been applying to a bunch of different stuffs and, like, more, like, I guess, positions that, like, kind of suit my needs. Like, don't get me wrong, as much as I love loom and working, like, 410s and all, like, I need something more to be able to do this, something with more, like, freedom, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, been looking at a lot of, like, remote work, stuff I can work, work from home type shit.
Yeah.
But through all of it, though, like, I still make it an effort to sit behind my electronic kit in my room and play at least 20 minutes just to, like, A, make sure I don't suck, B, keep getting better. Like, I have, like, this threshold that I'm trying to, like, break every single time. Like, I'm doing pretty good. Let's do better.
Right.
Wow, I'm doing great. Let's do a little better.
You got that Goku personality. That's good.
Plus, also, playing drums is like the best form of therapy anybody could ever want.
I bet. It's
like-
getting to smash stuff, but it makes noise at you, and you don't really break it.
It's like, imagine getting to beat shit up, and instead of just destruction, you get beautiful music.
Right? I beat the shit out of my drums all day for beautiful music.
Every single day.
So tell me, man, what made you actually want to start drumming? Like, when did you be like, you know what, I want to start drumming?
So, this started when I was like 2 or 3 years old. I used to watch movies with my grandpa all the time. I couldn't tell you any fucking movie that we would watch except for one. Excuse me. We watched a movie called That Thing You Do all the time, which it's a Tom Hanks movie. He directed it and he stars in it, and it's about this group of guys who live in some small town in the 60s in Pennsylvania. You know, they write a song and it, everybody likes it, and they start, getting really, more popular and stuff, yada. Eventually they break up. They only made the one song. They're one-hit wonders. But the whole focus on the movie was about the drummer, and it just made drumming look so fucking cool. Where it's just like this dude who's just like, he's just chilling. Like 90% of the movie, he's just straight chilling, and then just like, he'll be in his basement just like playing, drums to old jazz records and shit, and I didn't know what it meant because, I didn't say shit was a vibe when I was 3 years old. I don't think that was like,
Right.
this is the vibe, but that was the fucking vibe, all right.
I feel you. So I reached out to you immediately.
Yeah, so I just told them I want to play drums, and they got me like one of those like shitty little like first act kits where it's just like the one kick drum, the shitty snare, the tom, and the one tin cymbal, and oh god, that thing didn't even last a month, I don't think.
Beat the hell out of it.
I eventually got my first real kit when I was like 9, started taking lessons, and that was pretty much most of middle school and high school for me, and then after high school, that's when I started playing in bands. My first real band was a band called, wait, who was that? No, the first real band was a bar band called the Stinky Cabbages.
The Stinky Cabbages?
That was my first band, the Stinky Cabbages. We had one hit, we had one original song called Eat Dirt, which I believe it is still on YouTube if you want to look it up.
Really?
I don't think it's under Stinky Cabbages. I think that's under the other band name we came up with, Nugatory.
Nugatory. At
some point, we wanted to be a doom metal band.
A doom metal band.
It was I was trying to figure out who I was still at this point.
What was the first name again? Not Stinky Cabbages, you said it was the other one?
The name of the song is Eat Dirt.
Yep.
And look up, name is Nugatory. Nugatory.
Oh, don't do this to me, Internet. I will find you. Is that the name of the channel?
No, I don't remember the name of the channel, but I know...
If you can find that, please do.
It was actually a music video, technically a music video done with this guy my old bandmate knew who flew drones, and
fucking awesome.
He just made a compilation of like all of his like best drone crashes for us.
Wicked.
Yo,
what up, Duddy? And what's up, Ace? How are you, boys?
Crash.
Ace, glad to hear you made it home safe. I know that's a long drive, especially in the wintertime.
Yeah, I am not seeing it here.
God damn it. We're gonna find that bitch.
Oh, that's not it. It's probably like buried in the depths of the internet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if it was put up a long time ago, it's buried in the deep earth of YouTube.
This would have been like 2017, I think.
Ooh, yeah, she's deep. She's deep in the internet core.
And even then, I think maybe at like, you know, the height of like, oh, this is like, we got so many views here. I think we got like 90 maybe.
Nice. You're like fucking viral.
But,
So, uh,
but after that, that's when I started going to college up in Traverse City, and I started playing with a band called Grades Crossings, which was like my like introduction to like real like not I don't know how to put it, like taking it more seriously, I guess.
right,
Like beyond just like doing covers in a bar type stuff. Like
right.
we had a lot more originals, and my first show, well, technically second show was with them was if anybody remembers Streeters Ground Zero in Traverse City.
Yeah, I know Streeters.
You know Streeters?
Uh-huh.
That was my second gig with them there, where we opened up for a band called Red Sun Rising.
Fucking wicked.
And then I think we did another show there too, where we opened up for Saving Abel, who they're the ones who they're the ones who do that song. I'm so addicted to all the things
Oh,
you
really?
do. Yeah.
Oh. Nice.
I mean, it was a pretty big. It was a pretty big crowd, I will say.
Believe it.
But you know, they were a dad band, and I was like, nah, I was just 20. Yeah, I wasn't even 21 at the time, but I took my leave there, and that's when I joined Deadlight Holiday, where Shane had hit me up, and his drummer for his band had just left, and they had a show in like 3 days, and needed somebody to like do a quick fill in, and came to my place, and first sentence he ever said to me, "Fucking drummers."
Fucking drummers.
Fucking drummers. Like, I don't mean to be prejudiced against my kind, but like some drummers are just a little too goofy.
Yeah?
A little too goofy.
I love it.
But
I love that that's a drummer's reputation. Goofy.
honestly, my dad, he apparently, I learned from my mom that he had a real thing against drummers, and probably turned over in his grave when I decided I wanted to be a drummer. But with Deadlight Holiday, that's where I got into like the more big boy pants of it. Like that's where we opened up Upheaval. That's where I still get the gloat. I was the first drummer to play the first Upheaval in Grand Rapids.
Fucking A. You got to gloat that? You got to hold that from the mountaintops?
Not that it does any good now, considering Deadlight Holiday doesn't exist anymore.
No, but it was nice to see a couple of shows.
Yeah. Yeah, in those early days, you got to see like the best of it, which was like on stage, and then also the worst of it was going on behind the scenes, which a lot of it I didn't even know about.
Yeah, you were telling me that it was getting kind of hectic backstage and behind scenes, and so you were like, I don't know how much longer this might hold out.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like the Upheaval you guys came to, if we did not get that show, I was just gonna leave, because like at that point it was just like not worth it anymore, because like
Too much stress.
dude didn't want to do any good shows. He wanted to play these really specific venues in Detroit with these very specific people, and like they were fun, but like how do you grow from that, you know?
Right.
But like, through that's how I met, Robbie, and that's how, we started the Lithiums, which is my current band now.
Shout out the Lithiums.
Shout out the Lithiums. We got a show on January 3rd in Muskegon, and if you don't have any plans on Valentine's, we have a show in Grand Rapids. We're going to be opening up for, is that Sponge, I think? Going to be opening up for a legendary Detroit grunge band.
Wicked.
I don't really remember the name of them. I think it's Sponge. But if you come to that, I will love you forever.
He will. He really will love you forever. I know. I've been to several.
Yeah, he knows. If I promise I'm gonna love you forever if you come to one of my shows.
Always so much love to give. No, your shows are awesome, and like I said, I was going just because I knew you, and I was coming to support you, and I knew how much you love drumming, and could see it when you were listening to your songs and just sitting there like practicing in your fucking car and in your head, just doing what you had to do to keep up with it, and you were just in your zone. And I'm like, that's why I love this fucking man. I said, because he knows what he wants to do in life. This is his passion, and he's just living it. That shit's rare, dude. You don't come across that a lot.
Like, I don't know. There was this period, like, it's been, what, like 2016-ish? Like, way before I started working at Loom, way before I started, like, playing in bands seriously. Like, I was just kind of going through this thing where it's like, I knew I could play and stuff, but I just kind of wasn't doing anything. I was more focused on the whole, okay, let's get some money so I can, get the things I need and, just focus on working and, that's about it. Like, go home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, smoke weed on your breaks, go home, go to sleep.
Yep.
It's like
stuck in this dead routine.
It's like, I don't know how anybody can do that.
Same. I really don't. Like, I've always talked to people and said, if you do not have like a dream for yourself or a goal to get yourself out of here, like I'm gonna become my own business owner, or this is what I'm gonna do with my life to make like money and make my living. If you don't have something like that to keep you going, I can totally understand why depression rules your life. I can completely see why depression is a big deal to people who don't have that mindset, because it's like, yeah, you wake up every day to come to a job you hate, to buy shit you don't like, to impress people you fucking don't like, and it's like you're stuck in that cycle simply because you have nothing else that's telling you or is influencing you, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Inspiring you to do better. You need something in your head to be like, this is what I love, this is my passion, this is what I like to do. I'm gonna do this. And I mean, I've always been told by my grandpa and every other person that I know is wise, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot for you to figure out what that is, and that's why they call it a career. And in school they were like, 1 second, Ace. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're packing a bowl. And yeah, it's not the Uchiha clan. It's the Akatsuki clan, you son of a motherfucker. Know your Naruto. Come on. It's your best show. It's your favorite. And my guest is John. My old boy, my old coworker, the one I used to tell you about, the drummer. John.
Hello.
They're doing a show. You better be there. Now you gotta be there, because you made me ask. You made me tell you who it was.
Wait, we got another show too. What's the date of that one? I think our first one is January 24th. We're also going to be doing the homegrown throwdown, which is that's going to be our way. If we win that, we're going to be able to play Upheaval again.
Wicked.
So,
man, Upheaval is great, but I can totally understand why they call it Upheaval. That fucking hill.
That fucking hill, though.
Dude, that hill is ridiculous. Me and Chelsea walked that hill like 100 times that day. Those 2 days. In the span of those 2 days. And we were like, man, my legs are screaming at me. Go to sleep at night in the tent. We're just like, oh, my legs.
All I can think is, like, there's the concert promoter who put it on had to have been like the most evil person in the world to think, like, you know what, let's get a bunch of people here, let's give them a bunch of liquor, you know what, we're gonna make them walk up this fucking hill.
Yeah, man, and not just any hill, that's a fucking mountain, bro. And they're like, best part, we're gonna put a stage up there, so we have to be like, hey guys, come to the main stage down here. And then looks like these guys are playing a show, so walk your ass up the hill and then up this little path to get to their show. What's that? Another show's going on down here? Well, walk your ass back down. Yeah, it was a great day. I was like, okay, this is why they call it Upheaval. You guys did a wicked show, though. I had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I dancing out there and mosh pitting with your mother.
I gotta say, like, we did a music video for one of our songs with, I think it was Wretched Ones, and we just did it with a bunch of footage we caught from that day, and I swear to God, you are the only good part of that video. It is really messy and like there's not a lot of good cuts in there, but you know, there's one part where you are just fucking grooving to the song, and it just like makes up for every bad part about it.
I was out there having fun, man. I was blitzed beyond all recognition. I was having a nice time. I was with a fuck ton of friends and good vibes. We just got done watching really good shows up there. I was in my first mosh pit that day to Lamb of God. Got into my first mosh pit in a Lamb of God. Was out there for a while. Fell in love with it. And then got my tempo elbowed by this dude that I swear was at least 7 foot. Just giant, man, because he ripped me up. Like, he got bumped, and so his arm came back, and it just cracked me. Boom! And I remember just face to mud, but right as my head hit the mud, I just feel my arm get ripped up, and it's this dude that just picked me up with his one arm, and he's like, "You alright, bro?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Holy fuck. I'm like looking up at this dude, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Dude, that's the best part about like mosh pits at metal shows. If you go down, like everybody is going to like stop their entire lives for
yeah.
literally 2 seconds just to make sure you're up and you're good.
Steven used to tell me that, and I was like, "Nah, man, no way." And dude, as soon as I went out there, yeah, anytime anybody fell, it went from like moshing to like arms, just move, get back, or somebody pull them up. And I pulled so many people up off the ground. I watched that giant dude I was telling you about lift up a tiny dude that was at least 5'4", pick him up because he lost his shoe, and he was like, "Has anybody seen this guy's shoe?" What?
So me, Steven, and Joe went to see Lorna Shore back. It was like a year before I left Loom, and I think that was Joe's like first ever metal show, and the band Brand of Sacrifice was there, and literally, we just told him literally seconds before it happened, "Hey, if you hear the Pokemon theme music, be prepared to die."
Be prepared to die.
He didn't really understand what that meant, but lo and behold, the Pokemon theme music came on.
Oh shit!
And then immediately Brand of Sacrifice comes out, and the mosh pit is just immediately going. I'm sucked into it. Joe sucked into it. Steven sucked into it. I kind of just lose track of them. I could kind of do my own thing, but eventually there's this one dude. He's holding up a shoe, and he's just pointing at it. And I'm pointing at the shoe too. And
all hail the shoe.
All hail the shoe. Go around a little bit longer, and then by the time Brand of Sacrifice is done, I find Steven and Joe, and Joe says, "Dude, I lost my fucking shoe in there."
Yes, I found it.
We found it.
That's awesome.
Me and like 6 other people found your shoe.
Dude, see, I love environments like that because it's so fucking crazy. You're basically invisible, but then when you're in moments like that, I mean, everybody's just so helpful. Like, if a wallet fell, bro, nobody's taking that. Somebody's immediately gonna go, "John Hillcock," like, "John," and just start yelling. Everybody's yelling John now just to find this dude's wallet. Like, I've seen the most wholesome attitudes and environments out in mosh pits and at raves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, those are the most kind human beings on earth.
Oh, dude, I went to my first Electric Forest last year. It was same year that I left, that June or whatever.
Yeah,
But,
no, I remember you telling me that.
Like, it was such a good fucking time.
It always is, dude.
Like,
I went for 2 days out of the 3. I only went for 2 days, but it was the best thing. I tell everybody, you can bump into everyone, and no matter who you bump into, you're going to be friends with them now. You just made friends. Each person you bump into, you made friends.
Oh, dude.
Because they're all just out there having the best time. Or they're tripping their dick off, and so no matter what, you couldn't make their day bad.
So, wait, all right. Did you ever do the scavenger hunt?
No.
So, all right. Whole reason I brought up Electric Forest was like on the whole, like at some point I lost my phone. Like, like those parachute things, like from fucking gym class when we were kids.
Yep, you pick them up and
somebody had one of those, and I was fucked up, and I don't even know what at the time, but I was like, ooh, this is gonna be fun. So I like dash under the parachute, and then I kind of run around and have fun for a minute, and then find my group, and then realize I lost my phone. This was like 20 minutes after the parachute thing had happened, and had my friend call my phone, and some girl answered, is like, "Hello, who is this?" And told them that, "Oh, this is my buddy's phone," and she was like, "Oh, we were just about to take the lost and found. Glad you called us." And I was like, I'd read somewhere just before that there was like gangs of people who would like go to festivals and like steal your phones and stuff, and like that's where my mind went at
You were
first.
like, my phone's gone, man.
Like god damn it, god damn it.
The
And
phone Nabbit group has got it and it's gone, bro.
and then just this random girl just happened to pick it up, and it was just like the most like happiest moment of my life. Like, thank you so fucking much.
Right.
I think I might have like ended up buying her a drink or something, or gave her a drink
I mean,
or
that
something.
warrants a drink by.
But
You just saved my whole weekend of boredom and contact. I totally owe you a drink.
but no, the scavenger hunt. That was like not what I was expecting at all. So you do the scavenger hunt, which is basically you go around and you have to solve these riddles that end up in three-digit numbers that open up this little lock that you stamp your little passport thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we got all of our stamps, took it back to the time travel agency, which did the scavenger hunt. They told us to go, I forgot the name of it, but it was like this big like building thing that had like just a bunch of like really weird rooms in them. There was like one room that was the prawn shop, not the pawn shop.
The prawn.
The prawn shop. It was all of your pawn shop needs, but in prawn version.
What the fuck?
It was just a lot of really weird. There was one room where it was like people who were dressed up as cats, and like they were straight up cosplaying as cats, like head to toe, dressed like cats and acted like cats. They had like little toys and they would play with them.
Amazing.
My one friend looked at one of them in the eyes and said, "I don't know how much you're making from this, but it's not enough." She just looked at him and said, "Meow."
Yep. She's like, I shall never break character for your ignorance, sir. You're in my realm. In the realm of crazy, sane people look insane. Remember that.
I'd like to think that's what she said, but I don't speak cat.
Right? I know. I'm still learning.
But the time travel agency told us to go to this place and look for the rat, not the
rat.
cat. The rat.
Oh, great.
So we go there and we find the rat, and it leads us to this room behind the prawn shop, which it's literally like one of these like weird like secret room things where you got to stand on the platform and the floor like turns around. It took us into this secret speakeasy, and it had like these weird drinks that weren't served anywhere else around, and like there was like there's this one, they did like these weird like like burlesque type shows,
Ah.
and like one of them was like this one lady who was like completely dressed up like a sloth, and started taking everything off, like everything except for the sloth mask and like these like pasties that were just like really fucking hairy, like sloth hair.
Awesome.
And boy, seeing that on a bunch of mushrooms was not
Right.
as
Appealing as you thought. John was like, I feel something, but I don't know if I should.
I can't tell if I should feel bad for liking this, or feel bad for not liking this.
John's still debating on like how long he's standing there looking. The longer I'm here, the more I debate, the more it doesn't seem like a debate at all.
80 years from now, I'm gonna be thinking about that sloth girl.
You'd be like, damn, sloth girl got away, bro.
But they just did a bunch of really
That's
fucking
awesome. Yeah, I haven't been in years. I so badly do want to take Chelsea. I'm like, it is one of the coolest experiences you could ever go through. I would love if you went. She would have a great time. Just a whole bunch of color, great music, and great people. And shit like that, we would love doing shit like that.
Like that's the thing. Like you can go to a lot of festivals and like pretty much they'll have like music and like maybe like a couple like fun activities or booths you can go to, and like all the food and like merchandise and stuff. But like with Electric Forest, it's like they do so much more. Like they will put in just like all sorts of just random stuff for you to stumble upon and discover and just be like, what did I just find here?
Oh yeah, because they also know that 90% of you are on drugs. So this little scavenger hunt we put you on is going to be like the highlight of your trip. You're going to feel like a god. I've unlocked so many mystical doors today.
Even that. So like there's also this guy. So like there's this like weird exhibit where like they had like the inside of a piano where like if you've ever seen the inside of piano and it's like all those wires
Yeah,
and
the strings
stuff,
and stuff.
they had it like that where it was just the wires, and you could go up and like pluck them and stuff, and make the same sounds as if you were like playing a piano. And there's just one guy, and he wasn't like even part of the festival. He was just the dude who was there, but he grabbed these two pieces of wood, like they were like wood chips, just like two big wood chips, and was just like doing this like orchestra, like I
He Tom and Jerry, bro.
he just like did this like magical thing, and I couldn't even like explain how he would know about it, but like he just did like this whole like orchestra
He
here.
must play piano and been like, "Oh, watch this," because there's an episode of Tom and Jerry where they're playing the piano. It's like they're on stage, they're all dressed up, but Tom is playing the piano and he stuffs Jerry back there and starts beating the hell out of him with the little hammers that are what beat on the string. So Jerry takes a couple of them and he starts playing the strings on the inside and making it look like Tom's not playing it, so Tom has to keep up.
Mhm.
So that's all I could think of when you said he just grabbed two sticks. I'm like, oh shit, he fucking Jerry. He straight Tom and Jerry and just went.
He straight up did.
Yep, that's awesome.
Like he had like a crowd of like 30 people there. We all literally thought he was like some entertainer, and then he turned around and was just like, "Thanks guys. Follow
Have a
my
nice night."
Instagram."
That's what it was. He does this every festival. He looks for the piano and he's just like, that's awesome. See, experiences like that are what I live for, man. Me and Chelsea went to Mushroom Festival. Have you been yet?
Haven't been yet.
Oh God, you gotta go. So Mushroom Festival is fun. It's not mushrooms as in magic mushrooms. It's
Yeah.
actually morale mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mushroom hunters.
Still just as good.
Yeah, dude, just as great of a place, great environment. Whole lot of not thrift stores. What's it called?
Flea markets.
Flea market. Thank you. Whole lot of flea market stuff, and it is one of the coolest places where there's just so much talent, where people make their own stuff and go and sell it. And one of the things that got to me about this place is that we went there with Ace. We brought Ace, who, by the way, Ace makes music too. I'll actually have to show you some of his stuff because he's really damn good. But Ace and his significant other, Micah, came with us to Mushroom Fest, and we went and walked around. We did our thing, but when we came back, Chelsea and I were sitting in the car, and they took off because they were like, "Hey, we're gonna get out of here." And we're like, "Cool, thanks for coming out." They left, and we were sitting in the car, straight up, just getting ready to smoke a joint. And as we're lighting up a joint, we look over to the left and we see these three fucking amigos, dude. Like these three motherfuckers that you knew had never held a golf club in their life, but were just out there like, whoa! Like, you could see they were fucking around with their cart and shit. But we watched them come up to the hole, because where we park at, the hole is literally like from me to like the wall right over there. Like we're literally looking at the hole. We're just on this little road that's next to it. And we watch them roll on up. And they look at us, and I guess that one kid must have seen me like hit the joint or something like that, and he just goes, "You want to take a dab?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I look out the window, and he's just like curly-headed dude. "You want to take a dab?" And he's holding up a rig, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Chelsea, you want to take a dab?" "Sure." Yeah, we just get out of the car, walk up to these guys, and come to find out we're taking dabs out of the rig with them and smoking a joint. And I think I gave him one of the joints I'd rolled that day. I'm like, "Here, take this with you guys." But they were like, we were just sitting at home, and instead of just sitting there doing whatever, I was like, "Let's go golfing." And they were like, "I've never been." And his boys said, "Yeah, that's where we're going." And none of them, not a single one of them had ever golfed a day in their life, never tried it. But for some random reason, the one kid that offered me a dab was like, "Let's go golfing." And they decided to go golfing, and they had a fucking blast of a time. They said they were having a wicked time with it, just rolling around in the carts. They were dabbing at every hole, and when they came across us and we were just smoking with them, random events like that, I live for. I just got to smoke with some random people and hear some weird stories and hear about how they even got here. The reason they even came out today is because they randomly just decided to go golfing for the first time. Wicked. So I love events like that.
It's always fun, but just the random paths you can just cross, just meandering. Like
Just fucking about.
Like there was one time we did a show in Grand Rapids, and then after the show, at some point we were looking for a liquor store just to get some extra drinks, and we walked from the venue we played at to just this random liquor store in downtown Grand Rapids, and go in, we buy our stuff, and when we come back out, it's just like downpouring. So there was 5 of us, and 2 of our friends decided to just kind of power through the rain, sprint back to the car, and come pick us up. So 3 of us were just chilling there. We just met this one guy who he said he was from the Congo in Africa, and
Okay.
like we were just talking about like random stuff. Like he told us like how he had come to America and like what he was doing here, and like talking a lot of shit about our politics and stuff, because just
Yep.
like it's just so fucked up night right now. But it's just like, I don't know, like it was interesting to just run into this like completely random person he was from the other side of the world, and then
Right.
we just kind of sat there and just kind of chatted for a little bit, and hitting each other's Benjamins and shit. Like
Benjamins will bring you together, bro.
exactly, that's what makes weed so great. Everybody loves it, and it brings everybody together.
Fucking A. One sec. Dusty's ripping the Breaking Benjamin for the boys. And he says he loves that Tom and Jerry episode. Good. I figured you were a Tom and Jerry fan. It's a good cartoon, man. And Ace, Chelsea want to come take a dab? You know for a fact she does, dog. Yeah, she always wants to dab. That girl will out-dab me any day. Fuck, bro. Ever since, like I was telling everybody, ever since my anxiety attacks, I haven't been able to smoke as much. I can still smoke, just not hella hard anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think becoming a dad did that to me. But with Chelsea, dude, fuck. Every 5 minutes, she'll rip 2 dabs and be like, want a dab? I'm good. She's like, I'm going to have a dab.
What a trooper.
Fucking, dude, I'll dab the devil, swear to God, bro. So, my mom also says golf is like a river trip, but in golf carts. Yeah, I keep hearing that. I've still never gone golfing yet. I want to go. I want to go swing my shit and put a whole bunch of holes into the dirt, but try to whack that ball.
I just don't see the appeal in it, honestly.
Well, just like she said, it's like going down the river, but in carts. Even if you're not there to hit the ball, it's not like I'm trying to play points exactly. I'm just trying to hit this ball and go drive around in a fucking cart all day.
I mean, in all honesty, like, you could just drive the cart.
Right? You could. You don't even have to golf. Just literally pay for it and thing of golf and just go driving around and fucking watching other people.
No, I mean, there is no rule saying that you have to be a certain age, like 65 or whatever age people do this usually, to buy a golf cart, park it in your driveway, and just drive that bitch wherever.
There's fucking road laws. You get that little orange triangle on the back, though, I think you good.
I think there are ways around. I know there's like some like traffic laws.
We're gonna have to look that up, because if so, I'm buying a fucking golf cart, bro. Think I won't trolley my ass? I'll piss everybody off on the road.
At the very least, I mean, it's not a golf course, but would you say 1.2 acres you got?
Yeah, 1.12.
1.12. I mean,
I know. Just a nice little circle, nice little square.
But
I definitely want one.
Either way, I've never seen the appeal in golf, honestly.
Dude, I mean, I like it just because you're outside, you can fuck around, and I mean, Norm, my brother I was staying with, dude, he says that when he goes golfing, him and his friends would literally like be driving the cart, and they'd be like, it's like fucking, they just hit the golf ball while they're in the car, just, it's like whoever gets it.
Okay, that actually seems fun.
Right? They're like, whoever gets it closest to the hole, and then you jump out, and then you try to hit it in the hole. He's like, but we're going at the same time. So he said, we probably go through a whole 18 holes in maybe an hour. But he says it's because the entire time we're just like just all the way up to the hole.
See, I feel like my other dislike for golf is also, there's a part of me that genuinely is concerned I might just take the golf cart and try and do some jackass stuff.
Jackass shit? Yeah. Oh, look, there's a little hill there.
Hey, look.
Is there a pig mascot anywhere?
Another golf cart. You want to play some chicken?
Oh, fuck. Just blaring at each other, waiting for the turn. God. Oh.
Are they doing more Jackass stuff? I was under the impression that
Jackass Forever came out, and in Jackass Forever, other than the fact that Aaron McGehee like reclaimed the title of godhood by sacrificing his testicles, we I think we're coming to the end of an era because they brought new people in just to start doing stuff because like they're getting older.
Well, that's kind of what I thought, where it's kind of like they're just kind of carrying the torch, where it's going to be just a new Jackass.
A new Jackass crew. Good God, that's just what we need.
Like, come on, like the new
2062,
like
Jackass, new team.
I mean, you remember the end of the first movie where they were all in like wheelchairs and shit?
Yeah, right. Jackass till you're fucking 90. I don't know. Steve-O would do it. Steve-O is still basically doing his thing.
Oh, Johnny Knoxville would do it too.
Knoxville's doing what TV show is he on right now? Fear Factor.
Oh, he's doing Fear Factor?
Yeah, so he's getting his fill. He's getting to make people eat bugs and do crazy shit every day, and he's loving it. He's the greatest host you could ever ask. That man could talk a fish into air. Like, that, he's so crazy. He
somehow talked Ryan and Bam into doing that riot control test, which...
I should have my own TLC show? What, boy? I would love that. Jackass is my favorite movie, TV show. Danger Aaron taking a Ford Escort at top speed to the nuts. Yeah, honestly. Johnny Knoxville has a new show, Fear Factor. Yeah, the Fear Factor. We were definitely just talking about that. And yeah, dude, Aaron McGehee took his balls and was like, "This movie is mine. Like, you are gonna destroy these." We watched it in the theater. People in the theater threw up. We heard two visible men go, and we were like,
oh, dude, anytime I rewatch it, I still gag at some of those spots.
Yeah, how can I can't look. When he did the pogo stick one, I had to. It was the only time during the movie. The only time I ever went, oh my God, no. I was like, no, I can't do it. I just can't. But Aaron was like, so Aaron will forever be crowned a god in that movie because everybody was always like, who are you? And he hated it. And so he's like, this is my movie.
He sacrificed his testicles to the paramount gods and got the recognition he deserves.
Dave England fucking is behind a camera now. And he's like doing photos and camera stuff because he's like, I can't be on that side of the fence no more. And Johnny's getting old, dude. He's just getting older. Fuck it. I'm just gonna click on. Oh. He's got white hair now. I never thought I'd see Johnny Knoxville with white hair. Our idols are getting old, which means we're getting old. I can't bend over without my knees cracking. Shit's getting real, bro.
I know.
How the fuck am I gonna be 30 years old with 72-year-old back pain?
And we just went to see Whitechapel, and there was parts of me that, like, I really want to jump in the pit, and then the other part of me is like,
but I want to walk tomorrow.
I'm already feeling slight creaky right now, so let's not.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. On my alleged days of doing ecstasy at raves, that was the whole reason I would take it. Because it's like, to me, it was like acid without giving me the major mind fuck so I could concentrate. But it gave me the body feeling. So I didn't feel my legs burning. So I could dance all night the way I wanted to. Full like Russian, like all night. Wouldn't feel my legs burning. And then in the next day, I couldn't walk. I'd literally have to like limp. I'd be limping on both legs because both of my legs are just destroyed. Sore to the touch. But it's just because I was dancing at the rave, and it allowed me to keep dancing and keep up. At the Shrek rave, I went so fucking hard, bro. I almost ended up on their dance cam thing that they had on their TikTok, like the main rave event. But as the drone in the video comes up, you can see me walk off. I had just got done dancing.
Oh.
So it came up at the wrong time. I was like, son of a bitch.
Almost had your moment.
I was in the middle of that circle dancing with two other people for like 20 minutes. Going hard, just giving it my fucking all because I was feeling myself at that one. But yeah, man, I love raves. I love dancing. I'm a big dancer. So
that was like the best part of Electric Forest was mostly just I don't go to a lot of raves because there's like a lot of the people I like are a lot of like obscure like people from like Europe and stuff. But like, when they'll come over for like Electric Forest and stuff, so you get to see like all the like shit you wouldn't see most other times, and it's just like hearing like those sounds that just like hit your brain waves just the right way, and it just takes you.
Dude, I tell everybody, even my friends who aren't really into dubstep, I'm like, bro, you don't understand. Like, you don't understand. Listen, when you're in a crowd of 2,000 people and music is so loud that your ears are you think that you're almost muffling them, but it's not. It's just the fucking sound ripping your eardrums apart. And you're just in this crowd of people, and they're all 2,000. I said, I remember looking to my left and looking to my right, going like this. And just everybody at once. It was like the world got taken over and we were all under Plankton's control with those fucking bucket hats. We were just all into this shit. And then I got up to the bar where the bar right by the stage that's weighed down by fucking 100-pound sandbags and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I have got my hand on the rail and I'm just with these 2,000 plus people on this thing. This thing is like a wave. And if you do not go with the flow, you will break your arm and die. Because I literally was up there and I grabbed a hold of that bar and was just going with the fucking beat. All I could see was lights flying past my face. Greatest mood ever. Again, around just awesome people, all in the same mood. The coolest guy I ever seen was it was either the Harry Potter rave, no, SpongeBob rave. At the SpongeBob rave, there was this giant dude. He was like 6'4", 6'5", just kind of towering over me, just enough for it to matter when he did this. He came with one of those fans that come out that you can like.
Yeah.
He came with a big ass one, and it was giant. And when he unfolded it, dude, he was just going like this around everybody and fanning them. I turned around because I just felt wind, and I was like, and I turn around and it's just this giant dude. I'm like, I love you.
Dude, shout out to people who do that. You actually do save lives.
On God, bro, you save lives because it is so hot. You wouldn't think that it would get so warm. I literally went shirtless at the Shrek rave for like 2 hours. I just had my shirt around my fucking head because it was so fucking hot. But
it's a workout to be in a crowd, but like,
oh yeah,
it's the best workout, honestly. It's like, yeah, you're getting your heart rate up and whatever, but like, you're just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like the best part about concerts is like not just like the music and all that shit, but like you're just around all these other people and you're just like having this like collective good experience where like there's nobody in there is having a bad time. Like most people.
I was gonna say, I don't know. Stacy, whose boyfriend just broke up with her that night, might be having a bad time. In the bathroom for the third hour with her friends.
Maybe, but they're not in the crowd of people. They're crying in the bathroom.
Exactly, right? They're not around us.
Exactly.
They're not up front driving going, Johnny's such an asshole.
You get all these people who are just kind of there to hear the music and just kind of like drown everything else out, and like, damn. But I love music, man.
I know, right? Music will save the world. I truly believe it. It's one thing we all have in common. We all listen to some type of music.
Exactly. From those who like the sounds of like angry robots yelling each other to the simple yeehaw country folk.
Fucking. Oh, Ace is like, I think having you both on the podcast would be sick. He's doing a podcast too called Hypotheticals, where basically you get high and he brings up different hypotheticals and like weird shit, and we just talk about like, it's almost like, what if you woke up and your arms were different lengths?
For different lengths?
Yeah. Like every day. Like first off, you get $1 million, but every day you wake up, your arms are different lengths from now on.
Oh, so are they different length every day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So one day your arms could be like 6 feet. The next day they could be right here. $1 million, but you got to deal with that every day. You taking the money?
I might take the money because
Are you fucking serious?
On the days where my arms are like really long, I could have really good use of them, and then
on the days they're not,
those are my
shit.
It's my day off. I grab the remote.
Yeah, man, I'm good. Click. On the days I don't, I stay inside. On the days they're really long, I walk on them. Oh, God. Yeah, so shit like that. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, I would totally be down.
And yeah, it is. I am a literal big dancer. I'll have you know, fucker, that I wasn't as big as I am now. I didn't have this much love surrounding me back then. But don't worry, I'm getting rid of it. I promise. I need to look good for myself and for my dancing reputation. It needs to go back to where it was, top of the peak. But love you too, bro. Man, see, this is why I love this shit. This is why I wanted to do this, because this is fun. This makes my whole night, man.
Oh, I'm having fun. I'm having a great time.
Oh, shit. I don't even know where we're at. I don't even know how long we've been going. Hang on. What does that say, an hour and 5 minutes, maybe? I'll find out from this.
I don't see a time.
Hour and 5
Hello,
minutes
computer
right here.
people.
Hello, computer people. Yep, hour and 5 minutes. We're good. We can do a little bit longer. So, I do want to ask, though, like, end goal. What is your, like, what's your career? What is your end goal? What is it, something that you want to achieve or you want to do, that something you can wake up every day that makes you so happy that it doesn't seem like work, and that's what you're proud to do until you die?
See, I've come to a pretty big realization in the past couple of weeks where, I kind of had this whole attitude most of my life where it's like end game is like, I want to be doing something where I'm playing drums for money and, that's how I make my living, whether that be playing in bar gigs and, earning $100 a night, 5 nights a week, 500 a week, pretty good,
Right.
you could do that down in like Nashville or like doing, studio work where you're drumming for other people and stuff. But like where I'm coming from, I feel like to first be able to do the thing you want to do for the rest of your life, you have to accept, at least for now, that you're just not going to like make it from it. You're not going to be rich, or you're not going to be like,
It's not your get rich quick scheme.
Exactly. You're not going to make money from this. Like, think of it like that. Like, if I were never going to make money from this, is this still something I would want to do?
Right.
And if the answer is yes, then you should by all means do it. You should make that a big part of your life.
I agree.
Where, in terms of making music, I know there are ways, but at this point, I just want to put myself in a position where I can make enough money to live comfortably and still have like enough freedom and time to be able to play drums and do music whenever I want to, and just have the freedom to do that. That's pretty much my end goal at this point. Like, I don't know exactly the means of how, I accomplish this, but
Oh, you're on the way, dog. I
Oh.
promise. Your heart and your soul is going to guide you exactly where you need to go. I've started to believe that wholeheartedly the past few years. No matter how that happens, it's going to work out. As long as that is what you want and your mind is on it, you will get there. I have been so much more reassured in myself and in my work and everything lately, ever since like the car crash and everything that happened. Dude, like, those people looked at me like I was a ghost. The firemen, I remember exactly how the two firemen walked up to me when they picked me up off the ground, and they were looking at the car, and they were like, "You guys walked over here?" And we were like, "Yeah, we got out of the car and walked over here." They're like, everybody was like, "I can give you 1,000 reasons why neither of you should have walked away from that vehicle." And he goes, "I have no idea how you guys are walking, standing." And Chelsea only got out with some major bruises and some scrapes, but like, that's incredible for being 19 weeks pregnant at the time and going through a major car crash. And then I had a ripped spleen, but it was only a level 1. I didn't end up needing surgery, thank God, but it was just crazy. Like, and how crazy, man, I've never understood the phrase, "it just happened so fast." I fully understand now. Like, everything that I could try to remember, I remember almost all of it, but the one chapter that is like burned into my brain is when I grabbed Chelsea close and I just yelled Chelsea and pulled her head into my chest, and I just remember looking around and I just remember seeing Chelsea's hair float and glass, like it had stopped, like I could see the twinkling through the fucking sun rays through the glass, and it was like the car, like everything had just stopped almost, and it was just floating there, and it was just because we were rolling. But
Damn.
yeah, it was nuts. I just remember, and then all of a sudden we stop, and we're on our front, and immediately we just like instinct, you're just like, get the fuck out of the car. So you unbuckle, kicked myself out of the car, look over, and by the time I get to Chelsea's side, her door's already open, and she had gotten out before I even did. Luckily, every airbag in the car went off except mine in front of me. Every single one. Chelsea's, being the driver that day, and it got hit on the driver's side. She took this perfect like pillow blanket of like airbags that hugged her, that kept her perfectly safe. And me, I got the hug from the side, but the ones that I got glass in my mouth, I had like a handful of fucking car glass in my mouth because the airbag in front of me didn't deploy, which would have blocked a lot of it and saved me from hitting my head. But so car glass broke and flew into my mouth because I was like, ah. Yeah, I didn't realize that till I was sitting on the ground. It was a crazy experience, man. But
Yeah, man.
when we walked away from that and we went to the hospital and Daisha was fine, nothing was wrong, which by the way, we also were wearing these special pregnancy seatbelts. I wasn't, which is why I got a ripped spleen. Chelsea was, which is why the baby was saved because of the special pregnancy seatbelts we bought. And it redistributes the pressure around the hips. It's a beautiful thing. So it was just the whole thing when I look at it from front to end, and when I went back and looked at the car the next day after I got out of the hospital, and I was standing by this crushed up beer can that I was sitting in the day before, and I was just like, wow, like, and it just told me I'm going to do what I need to do. Like, I know I'm going to make it in this life now. Like, I obviously, it was the first time because as a kid, dude, I've been through dumbass parties, bad events, doing horrible stuff, drugs and horrible shit. Nights that I totally thought I'm going to go to sleep and I'm just not going to wake up. And then going through that and looking back and seeing how I really did make it out pretty much unscathed with the circumstances of the car and the accident and everything that happened, it was like, all right, I definitely believe that I'm supposed to be here. Like, I know that I'm supposed to be here. And all I can think is, and all I can feel when I look at my daughter is, she's why. She's going to change the world. I can feel it in my soul, man. She's going to do amazing things. And that is why life kept me and Chelsea around, and that is why she has been perfectly safe through 2 accidents, because we also hit a deer and it totaled our fucking car. All the airbags went off and I had to drift to the side.
Oh. Yeah, man. Like, I'm not a very sorry.
You're good, dude. That's what this is for.
But I'm not a super superstitious person. I'm not really sure where I sit religion wise, but I definitely know
Same. I just know there's something else out there. That's all I can say.
there's something there, and that's definitely, I don't know. I don't know if it's what gives us purpose or it's like the guiding force to it, but it's definitely like the thing that's like telling you, no, you're gonna be okay because you still have this to do.
Yep.
And
like I said, I'm with you. I'm not a big religious person at all. I grew up going to church, listening to the pastor, believing in all this, asking questions, and then just not finding my spot. And so, but I know there's stuff out there because I don't know how to explain it. All the umpteenth million times I've ever snuck out of the house and rode my bike 12 miles into town through woods and shit like that. All the times I just went to parties and had moments where I thought I was like having a heart attack and shit and had to sit out in the woods and was just, I always felt watched. I've never felt fully alone. I've always felt like something else is just fucking peering on me, whether it's from behind or anywhere. I just feel like I'm on camera almost, and it's just weird. But it's also been the reason why I've not done a lot of things and steered myself towards other, like, better ways, is because it's like, I don't know what's giving me this feeling, but I know that this feels good to me to do, and I'm going to do this, which is why I had a hard time with religion, is because there's things I do that are frowned upon, but everything else that I do is smiled upon. And so in my head, it's always been like, I know there's something out there, but me and whatever that something is will have that talk when I'm there. And nobody has the right to judge what I've done. I know that I've never imposed on anybody's happiness. I am a great person. I feel like I'm a good person, and I do what I can to be a good human and help others. I would help everybody if I could. That's the horrible thing. So it's just, I will talk to whoever's on the other side of this wall that we're on when the time comes. But until then, I'm living my life the way I see fit because I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Mhm.
And I don't think whatever's out there will judge me that hard for it anyway.
I think whatever is out there, pretty much all it wants for you is to basically just live your best life possible and to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Like, you know, upon many a mushroom trip, I always just think about like religion and stuff because it's always been just something that hits hard on me. And just, I've always come, like, when you think of most religions, they just kind of come back to like the same. It's always the talk of good and evil. When you boil it down to the most basic of terms.
Yep, it's always the battle or the pull of good and evil, black and white. It's always been dark and light. It's always been these two. It comes down, you're right, to those two opposing forces.
And it's those two opposing forces that are in every single person. There's that dark part of you that's a little bit more selfish and whatever, and then there's that light part of you that's like more giving. You want to give all that you can give, and like you you can't like just drown out that more dark part of you. You have to find that balance. Yeah.
Mhm. Definitely got to find the balance because I don't know, man. Like I said, I grew up for some reason obsessed with the yin yang symbol, which stood for balance, and the fact that like you can't have dark without light, you can't have light without dark. Like it takes both sides of this coin to make something whole, and that's what's always baffled me because yeah, I mean we all have our dark sides, but I mean ask anybody how they feel about a pedophile. Like 99% of the people hate them, and so it's like there's certain things that that a group of us are have a consensus on, and then there's other things that everybody is so dispersed about that it's like and have such great points to you you just got to kind of take it with your own advice or your own gut feeling and go with what you feel. And that's what's nuts about life, man, is like we're imperfect perfect creatures, and all we do, our biggest thing is empathy and sympathy tend to run our life. And I think that I truly believe that most people want to see the better in most people, like believe that there's better out there. I know that we're all scared of the bad because there's always going to be bad, but I just truly feel like there's way more good. I mean, shit, man, we're coming together for all kinds of stuff. And I feel like social media at the beginning, which was supposed to try to tear us apart, and in some ways it still is, but for the most part, I think it's bringing a lot of us together. It's allowing us to share information across platforms that wouldn't usually be shared on the news or on other streaming medias.
Exactly.
It's allowing us to see into each other's lives and what other people are going through to remind people that, hey, just because I live here where it's not happening doesn't mean it's not happening over there. Like,
it's like it's really kind of baffling to think about, like, you living your life, and it's just hard to think about, somewhere else in another random part of the country there's somebody else who is also living their life, and just you go your entire life just not knowing this other person exists, and then maybe they're watching this right now, and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, I connect with that,
right?
and all of a sudden we got a new best friend.
Exactly. Welcome to why one of the biggest reasons I wanted to make this, because I spent a long time in my life, because that was part of one of the things I wanted to talk about today was careers like that. I spent a long time and a lot of acid trips trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to do is help people, but I felt like talking to people more or less was how I help. So I thought about going to school to be a therapist, and I just didn't know if I could take that lifestyle, taking in all those horrible problems all the time and trying to fix them, but trying to really just show people that, like, I can't fix you, you can only fix you, and I'm just trying to help you understand through like your own language what these things that you're having trouble not fixing need to be fixed are, and or what helps you feel more natural or normal in this world, because to most people there's some people who just don't feel normal or natural here at all. And how can you try to tell them that they're wrong? Like, we're all given the right to the freedom of choice and speech, as well as like as a human being, as a race, like all we want to do, I truly believe, is just love and feel understood.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just makes no sense to me why we sometimes have so much division. But like I said, man, it's a big deep topic, one that I do want to go over at some point. But my career has always been, after a lot of acid trips and stuff, my career has always wanted to be help people. So I came down to the fact of, well, I like bar environments. I've always liked the whole bartender helping people and talking to people about their
Mm-hmm.
lives and being like that last voice that some people hear before they go do something stupid. So I've always been like, I feel like that does help people.
I mean, there's some who would say like there's no point in going to school to become a therapist. You could just be a bartender, where you know
And
you're doing basically the same thing, just making tips.
right. But see, the thing is, I've always hated drunk people. Like, I just can't take them. So I just wanted to switch it around. I can do high people. Like, I can do this. And so I wanted to do. That's where I found out about smoke shops.
So, actually, something you might be interested. Have you ever heard of a Fireside Project?
Huh.
I recently discovered this a couple of days, like maybe 2 weeks ago. I was going through Reddit and it's like some kid on the psychedelics subreddit, said it was like his first acid trip and he was freaking out and wanted somebody to help, and somebody posted the link to firesideproject.org, and I was like just curious, and it's basically it's kind of like a program where like it's kind of like a helpline where like if you're like on like mushrooms or something and you're like
Having
having
a bad
like
trip.
really like you can't keep your thoughts in order, spiraling thoughts and shit, they have like a hotline that you can like call and like talk to somebody about it, and they're usually pretty reputable. Like they usually, from what I've gathered, they like know like about like psychology stuff to like kind of help you understand
That's
more stuff.
awesome. I didn't know about that.
And they actually do like an actual like consultation with like people who are like actually like trained. I recently just shits and gigs, I did a free consultation with this one guy for 20 minutes, just kind of get an understanding on what they do. And mostly what they do is just kind of like, you can talk to them before and kind of like, kind of like a therapist, where you kind of like tell them what's been going through your head and like all that stuff. And like they can't really like tell you anything specifically on like substances or anything, like they can't tell you what to take or how much or anything, but
Right.
they can like kind of help you guide your thoughts like before, and like also you can talk to them afterwards too.
Okay. That's cool. I like that because it also gives people that, again, before they panic and start calling police or something on themselves or going to the ambulance or going to the hospital, they can just call this line and talk to somebody that might be able to just pull
Exactly.
them out of it.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Like
I didn't know about that.
like it kind of blew my mind, because I think about like all the times I've like had to calm myself down from like these like really spiraling trips, and it's like to think that existed, it's like wow, that's a game changer.
No shit. No, that's nice to know. Like I really, I might even look that up
Yeah,
because that's awesome.
I'll send you a link to it.
Definitely do that. But yeah, man, a coffee shop was all I ever wanted. Like, because I'm gonna be a bartender, but I'm gonna do it for weed. So people
Okay.
smoke weed at my bar instead of anything else, and I will have a whole wall full of pipes and bongs and different rigs that you can smoke out of, so that if you can like choose to smoke, I want to smoke this weed with that bong. And
That's so cool.
yeah, then I'll set it up for you, and once you're done doing your thing, take the bong back and immediately clean it up and put it back on the wall. But do that, because then I can actually have that bartender talk with people, but these people are high instead of drunk. And I can also still do what I love, which is, honestly, dude, I could stay at my coffee shop 24 hours a day and it wouldn't bother me. I'd love because I never know who's going to walk through that door. I never know what new story I'm going to hear, what cool person that might walk in. All of a sudden, I have a guy that's trying to walk around the world, and he stopped at my building, and it's like, that's fucking insane. I got lucky enough to be on your path, like shit like that. I live for that, so that's like, I would totally do that, and that's why being at that bar, when I thought about it, like one day during an acid trip, I was just like, man, what really could I do every day that wouldn't seem like work to me? And then I thought about like a bar setting, a coffee shop where people just smoke weed, like a hookah lounge. Had video game and shit set up. I maybe even, if I can get a big enough building, I have a stage, have shows there,
Yeah.
and then I could even host video game tournaments because I want to get into like hosting tournaments and shit of different games, whether they be old or new. Just hosting weird fucking fun tournaments with the boys and other
Hell
people
yeah.
that want to get together, and just a nice environment that I know people can come to relax, or that they know is always inviting, that'll always like let them in and can talk to you about what's going on or whatever is on your mind, that you also can just you can relate to. Like, I want a nice, cool, relatable vibe to this atmosphere, and then hopefully one day I can move the podcast to that building, and then I'll be doing the podcast on like the inside or the back side of the building. That way, people who actually watch the podcast can also relate to being like, oh, it's also shot in the coffee shop. I've been to that coffee shop. I've been to the place where they shoot the fucking videos, and you feel like you can relate to it even more because now you're able to go to a spot where you watch the show as well. So, I don't know. It's something that I've always thought about, and that's what I could do every day. I would be just fine running my coffee shop every day as long as I made enough to take care of my family and let them go on vacation when they need to. I'll be behind that bar 7 days a week, and it would never bother me.
And in all honesty, like, I don't see a lot of places doing stuff like that where like it's like a sit down, like you can go in and smoke weed.
Yeah, the laws around it are absolutely horrid. That's why there's so many like loopholes I have to do.
Like, but if you can make that happen, like yeah, that will be like a like monumental like spot. Like wherever you put it up, people will come from all over.
Yep.
Whether you put it in like a big city or like here in Cadillac
Yeah,
or
exactly.
like out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to like corporate this shit. Like, I'm not trying to put one in every country, one in every. No, there will be my one building every few years. If it takes off every few years, I will upgrade it and I will put more into it and I'll make it bigger and better. And then at some point, it'll just be a spot that I make my own, so much so that one day maybe Wiz or Snoop wants to come and smoke there with me. And then it's like, see, I didn't need 100,000 of these buildings. I just needed the one to be good enough that people wanted to show up to it. If people like it, they'll show up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't gotta franchise. You don't gotta make a million of the same thing. You just put your heart and soul into this one thing, this one project.
Yeah, I'm all for it. It's really what I'm doing, man. So the podcast will be something I do outside of it, and then my streaming in between hand, like games and all that, my gaming recording with my friends and all that, that's going to go on my other YouTube channel. I still got to make it. God, I got to get off my ass on that, but I'm calling it Green Collar Entertainment.
Nice.
Excuse me. Yeah, we were talking about it around the bin one day. And I think Ace actually was the one that said it, where he was like, we were talking about like white collar and blue collar, and I think Ace was like, yeah, we're green collar. It was either Ace or Joe, but I think it was Ace. But I'm like, that's fucking beautiful, green collar. That's what we are. I'm like, we're in the weed business. We're green collar. And so I decided to, I was like, fucking green collar entertainment. That's what and when I thought about that, I'm like, that's what's going to be my gaming channel that I don't smoke on. Like, it's going to be monetizable through YouTube, so I can get the publicity out there. But then I can take like, all I have to do is cut the smoking parts out. I can keep them in on other platforms and put them up there, so that like on a Patreon I can put the raw footage up there, and if you want to go watch it, pay $5 a month to see the actual raw footage of us actually gaming and smoking and drinking and doing weird shit on these games. But on the monetizable side, I just got to cut all that out, and we're just playing video games.
Get the raw uncut footage.
Yeah. The explicit shit. But yeah, man, and that's what I want to do. And I want to build a platform of like people that want to do fun fucking skits and make videos and like blogs about different shit. Like, I would love to start one where we all go to different restaurants and like burger joints, because I'm a big burger fiend. So I want to go to all these wicked restaurants that I know have like a super special burger that's on the map, and go to these places and have us all check it out and do a fucking review on the burgers, and or go to all these other restaurants like the One Piece restaurant.
Ooh.
There's a One Piece restaurant down towards Detroit.
Wait, there's one in Michigan?
Yeah.
I know there was one in Vegas, but there's
there's one in Michigan. Yeah, I gotta look it up. I'll send you the link. But when I found that out, I was so hyped. I'm like, no way, dude. And they serve Odin. I'm like, we're going. because I looked up how to make Odin, and it literally says cook time 30 minutes, prep time 6 to 8 hours. I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then I actually watched a video on somebody actually making it, and I'm like, well, no wonder. You have to hand make everything. Make the dough, rice flour, make it into dough, take the dough, knead it into the different shapes and all the other balls, and you're basically making everything. You take some of it, roll it out, make ties and twists, and then you throw it in there with all your other stuff. And it's just that you have to make all these hand make them, so that's what takes 6 to 8 hours. But dude, I would totally pay whatever they want for a hot bowl of Odin because it is so delicious.
I would give them all of my earthly possessions just for one little bowl of Odin.
Just one bowl of Odin, please. So, I don't know, man. I can't wait. I want to do shit like that. And so, in the future, I'm sure we're gonna be able to put together something. I'm trying to build this big little YouTube channel as like my what's it called? Time capsule.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like a time capsule so that when I turn 80, I can look back on the little empire I've built and watch these old episodes where I'm in this basement with just one simple microphone right now before I upgrade shit, and I'm like, man, that's where I started. All because I definitely had a dream of wanting to reach out to people and hear other people's stories and talk to other people about their life and what they're going through in their careers and the goals they want to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Just all of this came from me growing up and just trying to put together what I want to do with my life. And I got so interested in other people. I'm like, I got to put something together with that. When I seen podcasts were a thing, I'm like, dude, I'm totally making a podcast. I just got to get to a spot where I can actually do it. And I finally got to a spot now to where I have the good internet that'll upload my stuff. I have internet that'll actually support my several things playing all at once. And I've been stocking up the equipment for a while now, to the point to where I can't wait to actually like really decorate the whole room and get this set up the way I want to get it set up. This table might actually get put out. I might get a giant couch in here. We might upgrade it and make it into a couch area so that we can actually get a whole bunch more room in here, as well as like several other mics. But just being able to look back and see myself progress through all these years, all the people I've talked to, being able to maybe show other people, because who knows what happens. Maybe one day I pass away 40 years from now and my daughter wants to know more about her dad, and so she gets to watch all these videos of me talking about what I believe in and how I thought about life and how I feel as a human, so that maybe she might be able to relate with me or understand who her father was, just in case I'm not there to show her. And so being able to also do that for my friends who have kids and be like, if they pass away or something happens, to be able to show their kids, this is who your dad is, this is what he stood for, these are around forever, you can have these, you will always have pieces of your dad. Like, I love this as a time capsule. I love being able to do this with my friends and family, to be able to like hear their insides of their life and be able to connect in some way over the shit that we can connect over, just over a couple of joints. Like,
damn,
people are crazy, but that's what this is, man.
That's so beautiful, man.
And so I'm just so glad I got to have you on, honestly. Like,
I'm so glad I could be a part of it, man.
I miss you, bud.
I miss you so much, dude.
You got to come over more often.
Riley, I miss you too.
Yeah, I miss you all. Riley, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing your stretches and whatnot. Dusty, love you. Ace, love you. Ma, you know I love you with all my heart. But yeah, sorry about the late start, guys. You know, Thanksgiving Day. But before I get out of here, you want to shout out your band and let them know what time the dates go on again? I will try to also put the link in my YouTube video if you can send me all the stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we got shows at Unruly in Muskegon on January 3rd. Homegrown Throwdown at Gruel Hall in Lansing on January 24th. And we also got Homies playing there January 17th. So if you're in Lansing, you ain't got anything to do, go to Gruel Hall on 17th and the 24th. And then Valentine's Day, come see us open up for Sponge at the Pyramid Scheme.
Wicked.
And if you can't do any of those, just go look up the Lithiums on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. you know, you can come to one of our houses and knock on the door and ask for a CD. Actually, don't do that, but, you know, look us up.
Yeah,
I love you forever.
for real. And like I said, I will try to put any of the links that you can send me into the YouTube video so that when this goes up on the channel, they can also see it. Love you too, Ma. You're welcome. Yeah, I made my first turkey today. I cooked the turkey.
You cooked the turkey?
I did. First year in a row. First year ever. I'm like, you know what? This year has been a lot of firsts for me. So
You got any
I decided-
left?
I do have some left. You can definitely have some.
I definitely would like to try some turkey.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I eat meat now.
You eat meat now.
Yeah. It was mostly a financial thing.
I understand, buddy.
I needed to get more protein in me, and unfortunately, all those vegan meats are too pricey for me.
I understand. Trust me. And see, that sucks too. Now a person can't even like try to live the life they're trying to do because of funds. Life, bro. But yes, I definitely got leftovers. You are definitely more than welcome to them. And yeah, no, I love the whole thing. Thank you all for coming out. Whoever came into the chat and whoever came into to watch the video. Again, it'll be going on my YouTube channel shortly after this. We go live every Saturday at 8. Thank you again for stopping out, John. I really appreciate it. And
Glad to be here.
I will definitely be doing some more of this. Like hopefully we can get the whole band on one day.
I'll make it happen.
Awesome. We will definitely do that. Until then, thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate it. Always be yourself and you'll be on the right path. Peace.